I want to talk today about now what we must do. Now, last year, 2022, I named it the year of action, but that never stops. That action kicked in and it will continue forever. Well, we are in eternity. So what are we going to do now? We are community and collaboration. We're now going to come together and we're going to accelerate the changes on this planet that could blow your mind. And it's happening. You guys feel it? If you're not, maybe you need to watch my videos a little bit longer and look around. What are you viewing? Because whatever you're placing your focus on, you're creating. So if you're looking at the nasty stuff and the false predictions and the fear-based stuff, it's all the old programming to keep you there. Are you falling for that? Come on, I'm going to show you another way because there's some great stuff happening. I want to give you some options to participate in an amazing, beautiful new way of life. It's happening right now. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Are you ready to do that? It's happening right now for so many people. Way showers, change makers, call us what you will, but every single one of you watching this video is a change maker with your thoughts. What are you contributing to the whole? Now, if you take this moment and every moment after this, and you focus on just what you're placing in a collective, and you take responsibility for the feelings and the direction and the vibration, the frequency of others through that thought, wow, you become extremely important. Right now, you're affecting me with your thought. It is so subtle. It is not something you have to sit and focus. Now, I teach manifesting. I have an advanced manifesting course out called Activate Your Magic. Advanced manifesting, the whole course is how do you manifest? We have a foundation we set. What is it? You have to understand that your thoughts, your way of life, your thinking, your actions, all of it has to be in alignment with whatever you want to manifest. And most people are not in sync with that, right? So we want to live in a world that is beautiful and respectful and loving, yet we focus on the old, I call it the old guard, the old programming that was service to self. We're still watching that garbage. So many of you still watching it, informing yourself. It's all false. It's all programmed. It's all control to keep you in a world that serves the old guard. Are you going to step out of it? It's a beautiful place outside that door where it's light and beautiful and all things are possible. My advanced manifesting, give you a few things in this video, will help you to focus on just the things that are best and highest for you and others. And it does start with you. You can't be giving and doing things and your heart's not in it. There's a place for you to give to this whole planet, this whole collective, in a way that feels really good for you. You have to go in the vibration of passion. You have to start there first. This new earth is about one thing. How do I improve the planet? Me, just little old me. And when you go into the quantum field and you recognize it's not about the material world, then you know it's not about me working at a homeless shelter or picking up trash. It goes beyond that. It starts with the thought. It starts with me sitting here and what I believe and think about others, myself, the planet, on and on. What is that? What does that look like for you? Because it all counts. And now we're aware. We've gone into consciousness. And consciousness is when we go out here into that space of all power. That empty space is all intelligence. When we detach from the material world, we step into the power of the quantum field, and you can change anything in your life. And if you are in a dark place, there's one thing going on, and I mean this in the kindest way. You are focused on you, your life, and that's 100% ego. Because when you're focused on me and my problems, and I've had problems in my past, and the future looks bad, you're blaming, and you're going to a state that's low frequency. That's 100% ego. So when you go to high frequency, you're not thinking about that stuff. You're not blaming anybody. You know you have full power and control. You know you can change anything. You know that everything that's happened in your life has been a massive, purposeful event for you to conquer and go into greatness, go into consciousness. But the more you sit and feel sorry for yourself, that's just about you. Me, me, me. How about you, you, you? And when you place your focus out here and you say, how can I help? How can I change? How can I be a better person? How can I be a kinder person? What can I do in my house that's better and highest for my body, the planet, all of it? You are shifting everything in a massive way. I know you might not think this. You really are. Because if this person and this person does it, all of a sudden everyone has hit that tipping point. Now I talked about the old guard. You can see more people dying off, by the way. And that is by choice. Because when they don't serve their purpose anymore, then they will leave and go off to their next adventure, right? Many have served a purpose of participating in a lower frequency to know it and to be the contrast and to pave the way for the change makers, you, who are going to evolve out of that into something new. And that was the biggest challenge for us, is can we pull out of the unconsciousness? Yes. Yes, it's happening. And again, if you're feeling sorry for yourself or blaming the world or you're fearful of the future, you're thinking about nothing but yourself. Service to others. It eliminates lack, homelessness, shortages. The planet will not have as many cataclysmic events because she is a living being. She's a living energy field, and so everything that we do affects her, and so you're going to see all kinds of things happen when we are not in alignment with her. And the more we respect her and clean her up, the more she's going to be at peace. And so you won't see these eruptions and all these things happening that people have predicted. So I have a question for you. Are you sensing a calmness and a huge shift into something that just feels very different? Almost like home? I have felt that. I felt it just before the new year of 2023. I felt like something huge shifted. I felt a little bit more comfortable here. I felt that maybe Earth could be a nice little, let's just say, temporary home, as opposed to not wanting to be here at all. Have you felt that? If you have, it's because you have been focused on the change. If you're focused on what others are telling you are going to happen instead of creating what's going to happen, you will feel the dread, and the old guard thinking is still controlling you. If you are not making changes in all the products you use, you are the plastic island, state, I should say, bigger than the size of Texas, floating out there. You are the pain, you are the pollution, you are the low vibration, because you are placing it out there. If you use a plastic bottle, you're placing it out there. Just because you don't drive that truck out there and dump it and whales are dying because of you, doesn't mean that you aren't contributing to it. You got to make some decisions now. You can reach out. I will help you. If you go to landriaonkka.com, free inspiration, I'm going to start giving more and more and more options. How do you shift over to not using plastic? How do you buy vegetables that aren't in plastic? You're going to have to put yourself out just a little bit. Boy, it's going to taste better and be healthier for you. And here's the other thing about that. Your energy field's going to go up. It's going to be cleaner. You're going to feel like a different person. You're going to notice your body's functioning better. Your liver, your pancreas, your thyroid, all are going to start operating because they're not working so hard to clean all the toxins out. And then what happens is any corporations, businesses that are using those plastic containers are going to see sales going down, and you say, oh, no, they won't, because we're going into shortages. No, we're going to make better decisions. And so they're going to change that packaging because we're going to be buying the other stuff that doesn't have packaging. You've got to make these decisions. This is your life. This is our life. We're one. We are one energy field. And if you're sitting in your house saying, I don't count, Poor little me, I'm going to tell you right now, you are so friggin' important. Equally as important as anybody out there. As the Pope, or Eckhart Tolle, or the Dalai Lama, or the homeless person on the street. All equal, all perfect, all beautiful, all. It's one beautiful energy field. It's just experiencing every piece of the puzzle. But the puzzle's still one picture. You, this one little finger, contains the holographic universe in it. All is contained in you. And I in you, and her and him, and this is a container for that energy field. This is our next step. If you are feeling this beautiful shift, congratulations. You've been focused on it, because with that thought you create. Yes, you create with that thought. It's time for us to go into it. I'm going to start giving you a lot of options, choices, new trainings, new all kinds of things. You guys have seen this, a lot of free stuff here. I have courses that I teach that have transformed people's lives. You'll see testimonies. This is real stuff. It works. People are making choices and they're feeling amazing and free. And their options that they never imagined are showing up. And life looks so different, and it can for you. Are you ready to step into that? It's happening, my friend. And thank you for being on my channel, because you are making a difference just here, just by watching this. Even if you disagree with me or it gets you angry, you're here. So I know there's something else going on there, a shift. So thank you, because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You guys have seen, is it over here? Oh God, I do that every time. Free videos, those are the ones, the training that I learned how to create an online business. Digital Explorers, my own business is going to come out. Only responsible, spiritually conscious businesses are allowed to take that course. Yeah, I'm putting my foot down. Why? We got to make some decisions here. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Sign up for my free stuff. Come over and take my course. You know what? We function better as a community and collaboration. I'll see you there. Namaste.